Thanks for tuning in to Celeb Source, your source for celeb news. Now today we have Kendrick Lamar getting called out, postponed albums, 6ix9ine trolling Blueface, Young Thug trolls Sauce Walka once again, and highest paid celebrities again. Thanks for tuning in to Celeb Source. If this is your first time to the channel, be sure to subscribe, join our notification gang holding us down in the comments. We got a lot to cover for today, so sit tight, buckle up, and enjoy the ride. Now, first on deck, we have Kendrick Lamar, whose social media figured it was a bright idea to question where the artist has been during the recent events involving protests against police brutality, which is crazy because Kendrick has been on the front lines even before it was fashionable. Well, IDK came out on Twitter on behalf of Kendrick stating the following, quote, "People coming for Kendrick Lamar like we don't know he's a person that does a lot but says a little. I trust he's making ish happen behind the scenes," close quote. Now, social media should have figured that out when they came for Kanye, not only seeing him push out 2 million, but also when he pulled up at that protest in Chi-Town. Now, hopefully, social media pumps their brakes on these artists. A lot of them are doing more than just pushing letters on their phone screens. Now, June 5th was to see the release of multiple hip-hop and R&B albums, but many artists have pushed back their release dates out of respect for everything that has been going on in the nation. Now, some of the albums and EPs that were to be released were G-Eazy, Everything Strange Here, Boosie Badass, In House, although I think that one has been released yesterday, Max B, Charlie, Chloe and Haley, Ungodly Hour, Marlon Craft, Work From Home, Eon Dior, I'm Gone, and Dizzy Wright and Demrick, Blaze With Us 2, to mention a few. Check your app music store just in case any of these sneak out under the radar. Now, next up, we have Young Thug, who has found himself holding down our number 3 spot for today, trolling artists, particularly Sauce Walka, for selling feature verses at a discounted rate for himself and his artists in a package deal. Yes, the Thugger stated the following on social media, quote, "If you on the internet promoting verses, you're better off starting a GoFundMe. All that. Price is cheap this week, charging $1,500 or $2,000 and ish, man. Get you a GoFundMe," close quote. I honestly don't see anything wrong with that.
If you're on the internet promoting verses, you better off starting a GoFundMe. All that price is cheap this week. I'm charging $1,500, $2,000 ass shit, man. Get you a GoFundMe, bitch.
Now, continuing the troll train is none other than 6ix9ine, who threw shots at Blueface, claiming that he was a one-hit wonder, to which Blueface replied by posting all of his hits that have appeared on the Billboard. Now, 6ix9ine, not to be outdone in the trolling game, shot back saying, quote, "This kid sold 12K with all these hits," close quote, solidifying the fact that 6ix9ine's eyes are still focused on the charts, to which he is almost certain that when he releases his next big hit, it'll top the charts at number 1. Now, holding down the rear is Forbes' annual list of highest paid celebs. And I'm sure you were dying to know who is making bank and who is just scraping by. Well, Kylie Jenner is killing the game, pulling in an incredible $590 million. Forbes came for Kanye, saying he was a poor man with a measly billion. In fact, they disrespected the man by saying his net worth was $1.3 billion. Now, Kanye responded to Forbes, letting them know that he was worth 3 times that amount, saying, quote, "It's not a billion, it's 3.3 billion, since no one at Forbes knows how to count," close quote. Checking Forbes, who tried to stick him for $2 billion. Now, Jay-Z found himself on the Forbes list super broke with $53.5 million earned, putting him in the number 42 spot. I know, shaking my head. And I bet you'd love to know about other celebs and where they stand. Well, here is how real the struggle has gotten. Post Malone struggling to get by with 60 million, 28th place. Diddy at an embarrassing 55 million, 37th place. Drake shaming himself with 49 million, 49th place, at least being in the top 50. Rihanna with 46 million, perfect in every way, although 60th place. Will Smith with 44.5 million, 69th place. Travis Scott at 39.5 million, 82nd place with his lady picking up the tab and tip for dinner. And finally, DJ Khaled with 36.5 million, scraping the bottom of the barrel at 95th place. And of course, that was my poor attempt at irony. On the real, congratulations to all these artists hustling hard and putting in that energy and time into their craft, and we see all their hard work has been shown by the amount of money that they're actually able to pull off. That is very, very impressive. And to even be able to make it on the list. And the rest of the artists that through their hard work will find themselves there in the future. Salute. It is definitely not an easy list to be making it on this list. No wonder kids these days aim at being artists. Anyway, let us know what you think. Are there artists that, and this just in. Our sources have just reported that the power couple, Kim Kardashian and Kanye West's marriage, has been viciously attacked by the quarantine fairy. Now, we all know extended time in close proximity with anyone could be a bit rough. And add on top of that, children who are gangsters in their own right. Well, sources have stated that quarantine has not been so nice to the couple. Evidently, it was reported Kim and Kanye are arguing and at each other's throats during the pandemic. And I know you're thinking like, who hasn't been, right? Kim is getting, quote, sources say, quote, Kim is getting stir crazy as she's used to being on the go. It's also a lot of time alone with the kids for her, close quote. Now, the sources have also added that, quote, she is frustrated with Kanye and thinks he's not pulling his weight in family responsibilities. They've been staying at opposite ends of the house to keep things civil, close quote. Now, this was in the past few months. Things are tough between Kim and Kanye because they never normally spend this much time together. But sources also state that she does not, I repeat, at this point, she does not want a divorce. The last thing she wants is a divorce, especially because the public backlash after her second divorce was unbearable. Close quote. And I certainly would hope that there is never a divorce, not even on the horizon for them, because divorces suck and I wouldn't wish one on my enemy. Except we're talking about Derek Chauvin, the disgraced Minneapolis police disgrace. That divorce, I feel like I understand. But in general, I'm a negative for divorce, especially when kids are involved, which I deem to be the best reason to stay together, although it often feels like kids are constantly living the F your marriage kind of life. But I digress. Word is they're staying in separate locations now until the quarantine ends to clear the tension. So hopefully any turbulence that they experience goes away with the quickness. Because if you're married, you know for sure that when it's good, it's great. And when it's bad, it's worst. Definitely going to be praying for them. Anyway, let us know what you think. Are there artists that you think should have much more recognition and it's just a matter of time before they blow? Put us on. If you have hot bars yourself, post the link of that heat on a beat in the comments. Maybe you'll be on Forbes list in the next year. You never know. All right. Make sure you like the video. We really do appreciate that. Again, thanks for tuning in to Celeb Source, your source